Creative Brain Candy by creators for creators.
Almost no one comes down here, unless, of course, there's a problem. That's how it is with people. Nobody cares how it works as long as it works. I like it down here. I like to be reminded this city survives because of these machines. These machines are keeping us alive while other machines are coming to kill us. Interesting, isn't it? Power to give life and the power to end it.
We have the same power.
Yeah, I suppose we do, but down here sometimes I think about all those people still plugged into the Matrix, and when I look at these machines, I can't help thinking that in a way we are plugged into them.
But we control these machines. They don't control us.
Of course not. How could they? The idea is pure nonsense, but it does make one wonder just what is control?
If we wanted, we could shut these machines down.
Of course. That's it. You hit it. That's control, isn't it? If we wanted, we could smash them to bits. Although if we did, we'd have to consider what would happen to our lights, our heat, our air.
So we need machines and they need us. Is that your point, Counselor?
No. No point. Old men like me don't bother with making points. There's no point.
Is that why there are no young men on the council?
Good point.
Everyone, and welcome to Smoking and Drinking in Space. This is a sci-fi podcast from a couple guys who think they know sci-fi. And this week we review part 1 of the cash grab that rides the coattails of the Matrix into oblivion, starring John Wick, Claudia Wolf, and Furious Styles. It's 2003's The Matrix Reloaded. But first, he's the orphan that Neo rescued and who now plays the role of his Zion shadow. It's Rob. How are you doing, Rob?
Look, I can get you brunettes. I can get you
No,
blondes.
that guy's dead.
Yeah,
No.
So?
That guy's dead.
No. He passed on the knowledge to me.
Oh, is that it? The new guy has... Okay.
I will carry your bags and hook you up with a sweet
gotcha.
Zion chick.
Gotcha.
I didn't say it was going to be inside the Matrix. See, I've upgraded. I can get you a Zion chick. So you just tell me.
Yeah, I'm afraid of what Zion chicks you're going to get me.
Man, just wait. Just wait. Quality grade A meat from me.
Can't wait. All right, you got any news for us this week?
I guess. You want superhero news?
No.
Okay, well, that's good because I don't have any this week.
Thank goodness.
I do have an update for you though on our rover that we talked about last week.
Oh, the rover that saw the cube?
Yeah, the mystery house.
Uh-huh.
Or mystery hut, sorry, the mystery hut.
Well, please.
So
enlighten us.
The rover, it's about 80 meters away, which is 262 feet. I did some research and figured out the actual footage. Actually, it's just inside the article that I read. So
that you didn't read?
No, I read it. Yeah, so this mystery hut is 80 meters away. So the apparently this rover has some sort of like blog. Some dude is or some chick or somebody on the Chinese side is acting like the rover and putting down all its shenanigans that it has done in the last,
So the rover has a travel blog.
It does. It has a travel blog, right?
Oh, good.
So the rover updated and said, "Hey, I'm going to go check that thing out. I should be there in 2 to 3 lunar days. So in a couple of lunar days, we'll have it. We'll have an answer."
How long is a lunar day?
Oh, well, 2 to 3 lunar days is 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Earth. Yeah. So apparently a lunar day is about 14 Earth days or so.
Wait.
Actually, I'm
Two or
sorry.
three-
I'm sorry.
Two or three
I misread
lunar
that.
days
I'm
is
sorry. So the lunar night, a lunar night is 14 Earth days. So times 2, because let's just assume night and day are the same time. You're looking at 28 days on Earth to go from one night cycle to night cycle.
Okay.
And it's going to take that long because one, this rover,
Solar
this
powered.
rover, well, not only solar powered, but you want to know how fast this bad boy goes?
Oh, it probably crawls.
No. That's giving it way too much credit. Way too much credit. It's designed, I'm going to make it sound really good. Its designed maximum speed is 200 meters per hour.
200 meters per hour.
Yeah. So that equates to 5.6 centimeters per second, or 0.12 miles per hour. So it doesn't crawl. It like drags its ass along. I think it uses its own claws to self-propel.
Well, it's actually probably a little bit faster than a crawl.
Yeah, just
Did you
just a
figure
bit.
a good walking speed, a nice clip on a walking speed is about 3 miles
per
an hour?
Yep, 3 miles an hour.
Yeah. And a crawl would mean maybe a third of that.
Yep. Maybe.
So a mile per hour. So if that goes about a kilometer per hour, that's a little less
No.
than
No, a kilometer, 0.12 miles per hour.
0.12 miles per hour. Yeah.
0.12. There's a decimal point there. 0.12
Okay.
miles per hour. Less than a quarter mile per hour.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's slower than a crawl.
Okay. Slower than a crawl.
Yeah, it's terrible. And it can't move during the night because, it is solar powered.
It's only 80 meters away, right? And it goes 200 meters an hour. So why is it going to take 3 months?
Because it can't move at night.
Well, yeah, but if a lunar day is 14 days,
Yeah. So I'm guessing that 80 meters away is as the alien flies, because there's no crows on the moon. Duh. So it's 80 meters away, and it can't fly. It doesn't have wings. It doesn't have boosters. So it's got to go around all the giant pot marks that are on the moon.
pock marks,
so
those are craters.
No, the moon's got pimples. It's space pimples.
Gotcha, space pen.
Yeah. Here, so I posted something in our super secret Discord channel, and you can kind of see. Apparently, that is the route that they have mapped out for that bad boy. Actually, let me take that back. That is the route that it has taken in the first 35 lunar days that it has been. So it kind of meanders around, getting around all those craters. So I was a little confused at first. I'm going to bring this into the movie. I was a little confused at first because I thought this was a close up of Lawrence Fishburne's face.
Oh, that's
but-
mean.
Yeah. So I first saw this movie in IMAX. It was the wrong thing to do.
Well, I mean,
That's all I could see.
It's even clearer in 4K. So
Yeah. So anyway, a couple months from now, we'll find out what that mystery hut is. I'm still saying it's an alien house.
alien house,
Yeah, and they're just waiting for somebody to show up.
Little House on the Moon. Laura Ingalls Wilder's probably up there.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Or Michael Jackson, right? Because he just went home. No, Elvis. Elvis went home. Men in Black.
Oh,
reference.
yeah. Men in Black.
Ooh,
Yep. There you go.
wow.
I was digging for that reference. I
You
was
were-
like, that sounds
you were
familiar,
digging.
but yeah.
Yeah, you're
All right, what else you got?
Come on. We even reviewed that movie.
I know.
All right, so I've only got 2 today because look, I've been accustomed to this whole like every other week thing, and then you go and you had to be all nice and Christmas spirit with our listeners, and now you're doing it every week. So you're lucky.
I feel lucky.
You should. Yeah. Did you ever see that movie Life,
No.
the space one?
Nope. Didn't watch
with
it.
Jake Gyllenhaal,
Nope. Didn't watch it.
Ryan Reynolds?
Nope.
It's pretty good. It's sci-fi.
Yeah, it is. It didn't seem worth watching.
Sci-fi horror-ish.
Yeah. Again, didn't
Anyway.
seem really worth watching.
Yeah. Anyway, so they find a I don't know, some sort of organism on another planet or something to that effect.
And then, of course, they skip all the protocols and the
Right,
shit
right,
gets
right.
out. And it's
Yeah.
a story told throughout time. Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like we're recreating that up on the ISS.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there is apparently a problem-solving slime mold that has arrived on the ISS.
Problem solving. Oh, okay. I know the slime mold you're talking about. I've read about that in the past. Yeah.
Yeah. So slime mold, they've done studies on it and everything like that here on Earth. It's this slime mold that can problem solve. It'll do your math. It'll balance your checkbook for you.
Yep.
Yeah. It does all that kind of fun stuff. It's really cool. So anyway, they decided, hey, let's take that bad boy up to space. What could go wrong in space? Again, have you seen the movie Life? That could go wrong in space.
Are you sure this isn't a trailer that you watched for some sci-fi movie?
No. I'm just saying that this is my prediction. That they take a problem-solving slime mold, take it up to space, it gets hit with some sort of like cosmic ray, a la Fantastic Four. There you go. There's the superhero reference.
Or it could be a more optimistic movie where they have a problem-solving slime mold in space. Something happens in the ISS, and they have to use that slime mold to save the day. That slime mold could be the hero of the story.
It could be, but how many times has a slime mold been the hero of a story?
How many times has a slime mold had the option or the opportunity to be the hero of a story?
Well, he is, or it is. I don't want to put a proper pronoun because we don't know. We don't know how they identify themselves.
Right.
It is a problem-solving thing, so it could solve those problems.
See, there you go.
Yeah. So they're taking it up there just to see how it reacts to weightlessness or what have you. So, yeah, that's about as far as we've gotten on it because, it just got up there or is about to be up there.
Well, I hope it comes up with a travel blog. What else you got for us?
That's it. I told you. I don't have a lot of time.
Oh, you said one was an update and then you had 2 articles.
That was. They came in
You can't
articles.
recycle an article.
I didn't recycle an article. I
That
gave
was
you an
just
update on an article.
So that was a continuation of an article you already did.
Oh, man.
So you had one new thing this week.
Look. I am looking forward to Spider-Man coming out in a couple weeks. That'll be awesome. The other update that I've got is hey, come check us out on Sunday. We will be doing our
Sunday the 19th.
Sunday the 19th. Yeah, I guess we shouldn't assume that people listen to us on Friday when it comes out.
That'd be a safe assumption, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, Sunday the 19th of 2021. If you come in 2022, you'll be a little late. We will be doing our holiday brainstorm over on YouTube's.
Yep.
YouTube's. So it'll be live there, or we'll record it for you and have it there after the fact.
True story.
Yep, we'll be joined by James. Unfortunately, we got rid of him, and now he's back.
He's like the herbs.
Or the slime mold.
Or the slime mold. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all I got. I mean, I could try to whip something up real quick.
No, please don't whip anything. The last time you whipped something, you got charges pressed.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Look, The Expanse came out. The final season of Expanse is releasing here in the next week or so.
Oh, no shit.
The first episode came out, or no, it was a teaser that came out. But it's The Expanse is coming out.
That flew under my radar.
It did. It's only like 6 episodes this year. Oh shit! They're already on
Amazon.
Episode 2 comes out on the 17th, so the day this comes out. So they've already had 1 episode come out. Apparently, it's only going to be 6 episodes this year.
Well, this is the final year.
This is the final year, final season, all that kind of fun
So
stuff.
6 and done.
6 and done. Now, I don't know if they're extended or not. I'm not seeing in my quick research on the fly, I'm not seeing any sort of timeline, runtime on it.
We really should do a review of The Expanse.
We should. It's a good show. I like it. Have you been keeping up with it?
Yeah. So I'm up to
Okay.
date. I'm waiting for the last season.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I watched the last season of The Expanse before you did.
Oh, season 5? Yeah, you did. Yeah. I finally finished watching it. I read the books before you did, so
Okay. And?
the books are good.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm Sergeant Seagar from Eyes Forward March. We're part of the Creative Brain Candy Media Cooperative, and I'm asking you to join myself and Sergeant Bacon every 2 weeks on Wednesdays. We're going to discuss everyday issues that leaders in the military have to face. We're going to exchange stories and have some laughs along the way. You can find us on Apple, Google, Spotify, or simply head over to creativebraincandy.com. While you're there, make sure to check out some of the other great podcasts who are part of the Creative Brain Candy family.
Who's ready for a pod crawl?
Oh, finally. God, I didn't know how long I could ramble on.
Nobody wants to know. Let's do this.
We can call it, I don't know, say a pod crawl? The pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Excellent! Insert it deep! Pod crawl! Kind of like a space suppository full of information.
Neo and Trinity are attached at the hip now, so they are legally required to be referred to as Ninity or Trio. Morpheus has a new operator,
Trio sounds
Link,
better.
and he's breaking him in by making him double park in a tow-away zone. There's a big meeting in green space that Morpheus and crew are late for regarding the disappearance of the Oracle, and the machines digging a well hoping to tap into the creamy center of Zion. Neo steps out to get some air after feeling a disturbance in the Matrix, and Agent Smith shows up to ruin his meditative moment. Only this time, Smith has brought friends, but since he doesn't really have friends, he just brought a bunch of copies of himself. After kicking the Smith's collective ass, Neo flies away to look for the Oracle, but finds nothing and returns to the ship. Morpheus has asked a ship to stay behind and act as voicemail in case the Oracle calls, and Morpheus and crew return to Zion to get a quick charge and give Neo's worshippers a chance to set out a bunch of food to rot at his door. Morpheus is called into his boss's office, who is also dating his ex-girlfriend, to get chewed out about telling a ship to stay behind. A councilman interrupts the meeting and Morpheus heads out to put on his sermon clothes for the festivities that night. A big party ensues where all the pretty people dance to the musical stylings of Stomp, and everyone bumps and grinds and sweats and nipples their way through the night. Neo can't sleep, probably due to all the sex, and steps outside to the smell of rotting food as he looks out over the deep, dark hole that is Zion, and the councilman comes to keep him company. The councilman also doesn't sleep much, probably due to all the sex, and invites Neo to the engineering section so he can wax philosophical about the need for machines and control. The next day, Morpheus and crew head out to answer the call the Oracle left, while Zion figures out what they are going to do about the techno invasion soon to knock on their door. Neo heads to see the Oracle, but first has to prove his might and fight her bodyguard in a cafeteria before he will open the door to a small park where she's sitting on a bench and presumably smoking and eating hard candy. She tells Neo that he has already made a choice, and now must figure out what that choice means, which seems like putting the cart before the horse, but it's the Oracle, so what do you expect? She tells Neo to find the Keymaster, no mention of the gatekeeper, so Ninity and Morpheus head to a swanky restaurant to speak with a dickhole French guy and his wife who are enslaving the Keymaster. They ask for his release, Frenchie says nah, and then goes to bang a stranger in the ladies' room. His wife, the very jealous type, takes Trio and Morpheus to the men's room to make out with Neo, and then take them to the Keymaster. She then tells one of her husband's goons to tell him what she did, so Frenchie comes back with his bodyguards to stop the three from stealing his locksmith. Morpheus and Trinity escape with the Keymaster, but Frenchie's albino ghosts are right on their ass as Neo has to kung fu fight Frenchie's other minions, and then fly 500 miles to the freeway where Morpheus and Trinity are hauling the Keymaster through gunfire, straight razors and Terminator agents. Many explosions and a Superman rescue from Neo later, the Keymaster is safe in the same abandoned motel where Morpheus got nicked in the first movie. The Keymaster tells Neo there is a door in a building that only he can open, but the building is rigged to blow if any alarm goes off. So the plan is to knock out the power to a few dozen city blocks to disable the bomb, and let Neo get into the door that nobody knows what's on the other side. 3 ships are involved, including the ship with Morpheus's ex, and the power plant explosion goes off without a hitch. However, the backup power hack goes sideways since the people die in meat space before they can finish. Trinity, who stayed behind because Neo had bad dreams, logs in to finish the job, and after she hacks the planet, some agents come to say hi. While this is happening, Neo and Morpheus are in the hallway of back doors where Agent Smith et al. Comes to confront Neo again, and he kicks their ass again, and escapes thanks to his traveling lockpick. The Keymaster takes some damage, but they are done with him anyway, so Morpheus heads back to meet space, and Neo goes through the magical door of unspeakable magic, and there he meets the architect. Turns out the story of the One is all made up, and just another way to control the hearts and minds of the people, and this is the 6th go-around. Neo is just an unwitting pawn in the scheme, and he has a choice to make: enter one door and Zion is destroyed, but he picks some people to have all the sex and repopulate, or the other door and try to save Trinity and doom the human race. Neo chooses Doom Nookie and races to save Trinity from her falling death. After catching her, he pulls a bullet out of her heart, and then gives her a digital heart massage to bring her back to life. They escape back to meet space where some Sentinels are about to blow up their ship, so they abandon said ship and run away quickly. But the Sentinels smell their sex and candy, and are about to carve them up when Neo raises his hand, and yells they shall not pass, and roll Neo is in a coma right next to an Agent Smith-possessed meat bag. Credits.
All right, 2003's The Matrix Reloaded, part 1 of basically a 2-part movie that rounded out to the Matrix trilogy, which will soon be the Matrix series after part 4 comes out. Or Matrix 4 comes out.
You used a lot of music lyrics in this one.
A few, yeah. Why?
No, it just made me want to sing during the pod crawl, but I refrained.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Everybody out there thanks you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this was basically just a big sexed up Matrix movie. There was just a ton of fucking sex and sex references in this movie.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about... No, I'm not doing that.
Let's talk about you and me.
No.
Hey, you know what? Let's talk about all the good things, the bad things that could be. Let's just talk about sex. Yeah, so I had to double check on this movie. I want you to know that indeed it is called Matrix Reloaded, not Matrix 2 the porno.
Yeah. It's very close to being some Cinemax softcore porn.
Yeah, I'm making the wifey watch this. She has never watched the Matrix series. And she's like, this is really weird. I was like, yeah, I don't remember it being so sexual the last time. She was, yeah, is this all they do? I said, apparently.
Yeah, Zion's basically just a big fucking breeding pen.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little uncomfortable.
I wasn't uncomfortable. I mean, it just seemed like it was tacked into the story for no fucking reason.
I was a little uncomfortable because I couldn't whip it out and touch myself in front of my wife.
Why?
Because then she gets a little upset because it's not because of her. It's because of the bumping and grinding and more bumping and grinding and then the kissy and then the more bumping and grinding.
Do not touch yourself on the show.
It's too late. My hand's already down my pants.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 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 Anyway, so yeah, there is a lot of this, and it's like completely unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really add to the story at all. They could have touched upon it once, and then we would have understood, okay, people love to fuck. But, I mean,
Okay, so
I just assume that people love to fuck because who doesn't?
So I would have been totally fine with the elevator scene. The elevator scene that makes sense, right? It's 6 months. 6 months after the first one, they are horn dogs.
Sure,
Brand. Yeah, I get it. They can't wait till they get there, so they're gonna make out in the elevator, and then they get caught, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they go, and we know what they're gonna do when they get there.
Right? Yeah.
We don't need to see it.
Well, we don't need to see 5 or so minutes of it.
Well, yeah, and the dancing and the bumping and the grinding and the dance scene and the tribal weird thing majigger and
Tribal weird thing. You're gonna have to explain that.
Well, the tribal beats.
Oh, okay.
To me,
it was just
stomp.
It was just an electronic dance beat.
Yeah, but it
was
almost
a big rave. Raves were big during that time,
Yeah,
in the late 90s and early 2000s.
So and I'm not reading into this. I just happened to notice this time around. It is a lot of mixed race and not a lot of white people in Zion. Not mixed race, but minorities.
Okay.
I thought that was I was like, man, they didn't really spread the love a little bit.
Well, or they did.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's what I noticed.
Just saying that's what you noticed?
That's just what I noticed this time around. Okay, so I will tell you, I was also watching this thing, again, with a critical eye, but two, I was watching this in terms of, there's been reports and news articles and things like this of this being the Wachowski brother sister thingies coming out party type of movie, reference to self-identity and wanting to be a girl girl thing.
Yeah, I don't buy into that.
Yeah, so I was watching it with that kind of eye, and in the back of my head, I'm going, okay, they want to be girls. Let's see where this goes. They have what gender identity or gender euphoria or something.
Gender dysmorphia.
Disassociation. I don't know. Anyway, so they're not sure who they want to be, and apparently this is supposed to be their answer to it back then. But I don't.
Keep going.
Yeah, so that's how I was watching it, and I was wondering
and what conclusion did you come up with?
There was a lot of bumping and grinding and gratuitous sex that if you took all of the gratuitous sexual innuendo out of this movie, it would have been about 5 minutes.
Probably a little bit longer than that, but it wouldn't have been
6.5.
It wouldn't have been quite as long as it was.
No, it's 2 hours, and there's about an hour's worth of innuendo in this damn thing.
Not an hour, I would say. So the Zion scene, the Zion party scene was probably about a good 5 minutes of everybody dancing and having, a big rager. The Neo and Trinity fuck scene was probably another good 5 minutes. There were pauses throughout the movie. So the and I can say this fucking word, Merovingian. The Merovingian. When he made that one lady orgasm with the chocolate chiffon.
How the hell do you get away with that? Because it's in numbers and Chinese script.
It's in numbers and Chinese. Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's what it is.
The whole thing was, the pie was a code, and if she ate the code, it created a physical response.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, how did they get away with that of basically showing her orgasming on screen?
Well, it's a rated R movie.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's a rated R movie. I mean, they can show people orgasming on screen. It's not like they
They
showed
didn't
her.
show the actual naughty bits.
Right.
Yeah.
It was all kind of digital, but.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the bathroom to fuck her afterwards because he's got her all primed up. So I guess it's easy to.
No. He just got himself a little blowjob.
Oh, well, that's where she was kissing him. She never said that
you
they
think
didn't
it
go
went a little
further.
further?
Yeah.
See, I just assumed that he got stopped short because, she told him. And that I don't get. Why did Persephone shoot the one dude and then say, hey, go tell my husband what I did? Shoot them both.
No, she wanted her husband to know that she fucked up his plans as retribution for him fucking the blonde.
Okay. So just shoot them both and say, oh, hey, honey, by the way,
No.
the key maker.
She doesn't do things herself. She has minions do that for her. She's as much of a fucking dickhead as he is.
Yeah.
She just used Ninity and Morpheus to get back at him for his dickheadedness.
Okay.
I mean, the whole reason that
that's as far as she wanted to go was, here's the key maker, but I'm not going to make it easy for you to get out of the building.
Exactly. Yeah. This was all just a game to her. Like he said, it's all just a game.
And if the key maker can basically shove a key into a door and turn it into a portal, why'd they have to go out the other door? Why didn't they just go, hey, I've got keys? More specifically, why didn't he just take one of those billions of keys he had and unlock a door?
Unlock what door?
The door, his cell door.
His cell door may not have had a keyhole on the inside.
It might have been a latch. It might have been just a slide bolt to keep him from being able to use it.
Right.
Okay. But they had to have gone past the door at some point before they got to the main opening doorway.
Well, he wasn't very aggressive program. He was just,
he was very passive.
Yeah. So
the other thing I noticed in this thing, and I'm just jumping all around because, you know what? Let's face it. That's what this movie did. I think they went, hey, you know what? That bullet time thing was kind of cool in the first movie.
They really overdid it.
We should do this every 5 seconds. Hey, this guy's jumping. Let's show it in slow-mo.
Yeah. Yeah, they really overdid the fucking slow-mo. It was like watching a Zack Snyder movie on steroids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the opening fucking sequence was a bullet time
sequence.
Well, where Trinity was crashing out of the building.
Yeah.
That fucking 10-minute fucking sequence was just slow motion fucking bullet time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they way overdid it. Thing. And when they did, they had to do a lot of CGI modeling of the actors, and it looked very Spider-Man-ish.
That reminds me, I'm sorry. CGI was terrible, but I'll tell you what I was reminded of later. But
yeah, the CGI reminded me of the current Spider-Man movies. It was stuck out as like a sore thumb.
It was worse than the Spider-Man movie.
I don't think so.
It was worse.
I think if you take Spider-Man slinging through New York and in the new MCU movies and the Sony MCU movies, and you put that up next to the Matrix Reloaded, they look really similar.
Oh man, I don't know. Neo looked so fake; it was ridiculous.
Oh, he did, but so does Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, even the cloth didn't look good.
But you got to understand, this was 2003. Spider-Man is in like 2020.
Yeah, it's true. Must have gotten the same people. They never honed their craft. They're like, good enough. But,
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say my. So I thought this was really funny. Wife had a nice, funny comment. So at the beginning of the movie, she Trinity blows up the thing, and then she lands. And she lands kind of like with her arm out and her legs sticking out and everything like that.
Right, like Black Widow.
That's what she said. She goes, "That's where Black Widow got her Superman or her superhero landing
Right.
from." I was like, "Oh, that's pretty good." She goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah, the Black
that's
Widow
where it came
pose.
from.
Yep.
"Yeah, yeah."
Yeah, and I guess her motorcycle was made out of like explosives.
Jet fuel.
Jet fuel. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
fucking thing lit up like a Roman candle when it crashed into
and
the
then
guard
some.
station.
And then some. No, you know what it was? That guard station just had barrels of gas laying around. Because that's
Where
where you
else
store
do you?
it.
Yeah, where else do
Yeah.
you store barrels of gas but the guard station? Yeah.
Well, yeah, you come by, get a fill up, head on out.
Yeah, no, the I don't know. The whole premise of this movie is Neo gets another quest from the Oracle and finds out that the cake is a lie, basically.
Yeah. Gladys is pulling the strings.
And we know in the third movie that he
No,
becomes
I haven't seen it yet.
bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so in the third movie, he basically becomes the martyr that he was destined to be because, this is half Alice in Wonderland and half the story of Jesus. So what I don't understand.
I don't remember there being so much bumping and grinding in the story of Jesus.
Oh, well, you haven't read the unabridged version then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta look that up.
Okay.
Perfect.
I will.
What I'm curious to see is how they're going to go back on this in The Matrix 4, because I've seen some of the trailers. Have you seen any of the trailers for The Matrix 4?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen the most current trailer?
I want to say yes. The one with the blue-haired chick.
The blue-haired chick.
She's got a bowl cut, Asian descent, blue hair, blue and black hair.
No, this one I'm talking about, it focuses more on Neo and Trinity in the trailer.
Maybe I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, this one, it came out, I want to say in the last week.
Okay, I might not have. Here in the last week or so, I've been kind of avoiding it.
Towards the end, Neo says, "I still know Kung Fu."
Oh, no, yep, I did see that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in it seems like Neo is back in the Matrix.
No,
and
well,
he
on the third day, he rose again.
Well, yeah, but he's already done that, right? He died and came back.
Yeah. Did he die? I thought it was just a flesh wound.
He got shot in the chest multiple times and died.
It's all right. It's just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. So
that's a Monty Python reference for your information, Crowley. Letting you know.
So in the most
I don't know
current
why I said that. He doesn't
trailer,
listen.
yeah, he doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah, he doesn't.
In the most current trailer, it seems like Neo's in the Matrix again, and
Yes.
I can't quite determine if he knows he's in the Matrix in the beginning or not.
I don't know.
So I'm wondering if they're going to retcon this, because remember when Neo goes into the architect
Okay.
and the architect reveals the plan, he's got the choice between the two doors.
Right. One he chooses his favorite fuck buddies,
Right.
and then the other is you die in 24 hours.
Right. So I'm wondering if at some point he just never leaves the Matrix or something. I don't know. I'm curious to see how they're going to fucking write around 2
Well,
and
because
3.
because at the end of 3, not to spoil anything, but he dies.
He dies. Yeah, he's like carried
Fight-
off by the robots.
Yeah. And so does Trinity.
Does she die
Trinity?
too?
Yeah, she died. She got impaled by rebar,
Oh, that's right.
and then a blind Neo crawls his ass up to the top and starts talking to the machines.
right.
Yeah, and then he gets plugged in, and they hold on to him. The Sentinel turns into a couch, or tentacles turn into a couch. I don't know. They start holding him while he
Yeah,
gets
so
in the
I
Matrix
guess
to
at the
fight
end of the
Smith.
Matrix 3, it's possible that they jacked him back and they put him back in a vat of goo and jacked him back into the Matrix.
Maybe.
But then how
he
did
seemed-
Trinity
he seemed
survive?
pretty
Because
dead. Yeah.
she seemed pretty dead too.
Yeah. I don't know. And supposedly that was a truce. You know, at that point in time,
Right.
Zion was left alone.
Right. Yeah,
'Cause I think-
the robots backed off, and we'll talk about that
Robots-
next week. But-
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, let's not get ahead there. I mean, otherwise we won't have anything to talk about next week.
But the whole premise that they came up with this conflict between Zion and the robots is dumb.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, why do they need Zion around?
choice, right?
But what choice does
The illusion
what
of
choice?
choice? I don't
what
know.
what illusion of choice does Zion give?
Hope.
Hope for
That
what?
there's-
Nobody
I don't-
knows about Zion.
I don't know.
Nobody
Maybe-
in the Matrix knows about Zion. There are certain
Well,
people
okay,
that kind of think that the Matrix might not be, or the world might not be exactly what it seems.
Yeah.
But
maybe that's part of, and I think this is I think this is where it's a half baked idea. They don't really explain enough how the other ones failed and why Neo is that 1% or that anomaly that happens every cycle, right? And we know what that cycle is. We know that the cycle is where the one chooses, make fuck buddies or whatever. But why? What happens if he doesn't? Yeah, everybody dies. Okay. Does the Matrix die or what? I mean, they don't really explain it. They don't.
So the way I took it was the architect said that, he came up with the Matrix as this perfect solution, except, the first iteration, he said, was perfect in every way, and the only thing that was more perfect was the way that it failed. And then he came up, and then he came up with the current iteration of the Matrix, which is not a perfect world. There's struggle, there's strife, it's what people expect. And it works, and everybody believes it, except for there's a 1% of the population that resists, that kind of figures out that everything is not as it seems. And it was the Oracle that supposedly came up with this solution, having this conflict between Zion and the machines. But my question is, why? Because they have the ability to just flush people out of the crop, and 99% efficiency is a really good percentage of efficiency. Why not just flush that 1% down the drain, and then you don't have to fucking worry about them?
Is it because machines strive to be perfect?
Possibly, but I mean, we've seen that the machines themselves can adapt. I mean, we have the Oracle, we have the Merovingian.
No, you got all those other programs that the rogue programs that don't return to the source,
right,
and become problems.
Right. So I mean, it's not. I mean, the architect may be striving for 100% efficiency, and if that's the case, then I would say that the architect is flawed in his programming, because throwing out the good or throwing out the great in pursuit of perfection is a flaw, is a character flaw.
Yeah. Yeah. And first off, I wouldn't flush them. I'd stab them first.
And then recycle them?
And then recycle them or flush them or whatever, but, because they flushed Neo and Neo survived. And
Neo survived because they pulled him out of the fucking water.
Because they pulled him out of the drink, yeah. I don't know what the whole Zion thing. And here's the weird thing. Okay, so I guess the 6 or 12 or whatever that number is, they're sworn. They got to sign an NDA after the fact,
right? Yeah,
right, and not pass along the information that, hey, this is what happened. Everybody died except we were spared. But that's okay. Let's keep fucking.
And how does nobody know that Zion, got knocked out of existence except for
Right.
27 people?
Right.
And
What'd they
then-
do with all the bodies?
Right. And then it got rebuilt. I mean, where did they think all that shit came from before them? Because Zion in their current iteration had only been around for what they said, 100 years.
Yeah.
So
it
supposedly
sounds-
this
it
shit's
sounds
been
like
going
the-
on for like 600 years.
Right. It sounds like it's about 100-year cycle or so.
Right. So
Yeah,
Zion
or-
and they look around, they see, well, we built this in 100 years. Yeah, I don't believe that.
Well, maybe they hijacked machines. I don't know, but still, yeah, it's a little weird.
Do you think they build Zion from scratch every 100 years, or do they just
I
use
don't-
the existing Zion?
I don't know.
There's so many questions. I mean, if you're going to
Right,
world
well,
build
here's-
like this, you really need to fucking reveal some shit.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They talk about that they've become quite efficient at wiping out Zion.
Right.
How is digging through the core efficient?
Yeah, I don't believe that they're in the
Efficient.
core either.
Yeah, or yeah, they would.
They're just really deep in the earth. They're not
Right,
even
but
at the mantle layer yet.
Yeah. Regardless, digging through the earth, how is that efficient? You know what's efficient? Building a fucking back door, and you just pop that bad boy open, and you come flooding in. Right? If this has happened before, they've gotten into Zion before. The machines, they could have built a back door or something like that, or hell, a kill switch somewhere.
Right.
And that's efficient.
Right.
But no, they, burrow through the crust to get in.
And the whole Agent Smith kind of B story in this movie just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why they brought Agent Smith back. I know he may have been like a fan favorite kind of antagonist to Neo, but it still just doesn't make sense to me that they brought Agent Smith back.
So he supposedly died, but then came back because Neo got his taint all up inside of the program.
I guess so.
When he went through or whatever, some of the code rubbed off. I don't know. That seems weird, but okay. So he's supposed to die. Now he's one of those rogue programs. He doesn't want to die, so he's replicating himself like a virus. Holy shit, dude. I just figured it out.
Oh, God.
The Wachowski brothers
Sisters.
are prophets.
Oh, they're prophets now.
They foretold COVID.
What?
Well, yeah, this virus that replicates itself, wipes out a good portion of the population. Yeah, it's like a virus. It's their version of COVID or bubonic plague or the Black
Bubonic
Death
plague wasn't a virus.
or
The Black Death wasn't a virus.
smallpox, measles, mumps, chickenpox. Insert random virus here.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they predicted a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
epidemics that happened way in the past.
No, but this one's a new epidemic.
Well, Corona
This
is a new one, yeah. But
This
then
is-
you
this
mentioned
is
a
a
bunch of
machine.
stuff that happened in the past.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking COVID, actually. But no, I'm thinking just, I don't know, a computer virus. Maybe that's analogical, analesias, whatever that anal thing is.
Analogous?
Sure, analogous to a computer virus. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Oh my God.
What?
You're an idiot.
Are you? Do you feel uncomfortable with me saying anal?
No.
Oh, okay,
I just
Well,
feel
that's good,
uncomfortable
'cause-
that you're an idiot.
Because my haiku, oh, buddy, it doesn't have anal in it, but it will now.
All right. Yeah, so I didn't like the whole Agent Smith thing.
No, dumb.
The whole Agent Smith and meat space doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, how does that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how do you take over a mind in the Matrix and then transfer yourself, your programming into somebody's head in real space?
We're just ones and zeros, man.
Right. Yeah. I don't get that.
our brain
This
is
movie
just
has a lot of
electrical
flaws.
impulses.
The story is all over the place. I mean, it's not a complex story, but it's not a very well told story. It's not a very well planned story. The music was still okay. The graphics kind of sucked. I think they did way too much fucking CGI, way too much fucking slow-mo.
Yeah, they did CGI because they could. They didn't ask themselves though whether they should.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think they wanted to just make this big budget action movie, or these two big budget action movies, because they did them at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was mostly, I'm pretty sure, just a cash grab to cash in on the first. And I think it suffers. I think these two movies suffer. So
yeah. And I think
again, I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with the fourth. I'm gonna go in, open minded, because I am excited to see if they're going to try and right the ship on the fourth, or if they're just going to fucking drive it further into the rocks. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I mean, it still made a shit ton of money.
The second one did, yeah, but I think it was riding off the coattails of the first, because if you look at the third, it didn't make that much money.
Did it not?
No.
The third made, half.
Yeah.
Made half of what it made. I think this was too slow in terms of the fight sequences. I mean, even if you take the bullet time out, I think the fight sequences themselves were very slow. The choreography was very slow in this. To me.
Yeah, I kind of see what you mean. It did seem like the choreography was a little sluggish, and then when they went to CGI mode, that's when they kind of ramped it up to make it a lot faster
for a second, and then right back down. Do you think that's has something to do with the actors? Do you think that was, we can't get it, so... Well, see, even if that was the case, if you wanted to make sure it was nice and clean, you film it slow and then speed up the film.
Yeah, but that doesn't look right either.
You don't think so?
You can definitely tell movies that do that.
Yeah. It just seemed very... It seemed very sluggish in the fight scenes.
Yeah, the fight choreography didn't seem as tight as it did in the first one. I don't know if they had a different fight choreographer or not, or a different trainer. I'm not sure. Well,
even the first one, the fighting was a little sluggish, but it wasn't as bad, and it was more wire work, really. This one it was just bad, I thought.
There's a lot of wire work in this one.
There was, but I mean, but it wasn't.
Holy shit!
Cool looking.
Fucking 20-minute goddamn freeway chase scene.
Oh yeah,
that was about 3 times too fucking long.
Yeah, that's. I remember when this first came out, or when it was coming out. That was the thing that they were all excited about. They were promoting the hell out of it. Like, there's this freeway chase scene that we filmed part of it all in one shot, and blah, blah, blah. We had to shut down Los Angeles, whatever.
And who are those fucking idiots on the freeway that are still driving next to a bunch of fucking trucks that are ramming into other cars and shit?
Look, they're just programs going about their business.
No, those are real people. This is supposed to be the Matrix.
No. I don't see what you're talking about. I'm just trying to get to work, okay? Yeah, no, that was... Parts of the freeway scene were cool.
Yeah, parts were cool. And if they had strung all the cool parts together, it would have been fine. But no, they just... Oh my God, it took for fucking ever.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. You got a haiku for us this week?
Yeah. It's that time of the day, huh?
It is.
All right. This one is titled Had Better. Bump and grind all night. Porno we never wanted. CGI sucks hard.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I've had better pornos. I've had better CGI. I've had better.
Well, nobody has the extensive porno collection that you do, so.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, you need a brunette, blonde, redhead, you tell me. I got you.
All right, you got any awards?
Yes, because I'm supposed to.
Yeah, you are.
Mhm.
Who's
Part of
got
the
Who's got your black lung this week?
Oh, I gave it to the Nebuchadnezzar.
Okay.
That shit was on fire. Smoking hard.
Yeah, it was. All right.
Yeah.
So mine's going to go to the Oracle again because, you know,
All right.
she was in the movie, you know, she was smoking.
Yeah. Different Oracle.
Was it no, this one wasn't a different Oracle.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
They don't switch Oracles until the third one.
I swear that was a different Oracle.
No, this is the same Oracle.
You sure about that?
Pretty sure.
Try again. Mary Alice played the Oracle in the first one. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Gloria Foster played it in the first one. Mary Alice was in the second one or third one. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Moving on. You can put a Rob is wrong buzzer here. I've got my next award. You ready?
Yeah. Who's got your head lush?
I gave it to basically all of Zion during their bump and grind rave fest.
Oh, you think they were drinking?
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Eh,
They were. Yeah.
More. There are other drugs that are passed around during raves than alcohol.
I don't
there's
think-
some alcohol, but
I think this one was just a drunken orgy.
You think so?
Sure looked like it was turning into a drunken orgy.
yeah, maybe. All right, I'll give that
And
to you.
they ended early too. I mean, everybody went to bed.
Shit, after jumping around for how many hours? Yeah, I'd want to go to
Yeah.
bed too. They probably all
Yeah.
went to bed to fuck, but yeah,
Probably, yeah.
a lot of sex going on in Zion.
The old man couldn't sleep because he was coming back from his booty call.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm
That's
giving
yours.
my head lush to because I didn't see anybody actually drinking in this one.
The
Merovingian.
Merovingian. Yep.
Merovingian's going to get mine because he talked about French wine and how much he loved French wine. Yeah, so he's going to get mine.
You can curse in French. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a Frenchie.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know how to speak in French. So I was just
And so that's how it sounds to you when somebody speaks in French is blah, 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 blah.
I'm a Frenchie. Or as Crowley would say, blah, 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 come invade me.
Oh my God. Oh, for fuck's sake. All
Yep.
right. Who's got your
There was
player?
some of that in this too. So originally I was going to give it to Trio, but I decided no, they're just lovebirds and they're just horny. So I decided I'd give it to Frenchie for being French.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who's going to get my player either. I mean,
Give it to Frenchie. I mean, he made that code and then went and got himself a side piece.
yeah, but is that really?
Do it.
Well, yeah.
Just do
Okay.
it.
All right. I'll give it to Frenchie.
Perfect. And so then I also talked to James before the hand.
No,
he was
you
going to
didn't.
give it as a French.
No,
he
you
was gonna give it
didn't.
to a Frenchie as well.
No.
They call this a menage a trois in France.
Oh no, you did not speak to James.
I
know
did.
that. No, you didn't.
I did. You know
did
what? We'll
not.
find. Oh no, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah,
Or
we
on
will.
Friday,
We will.
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah,
We'll talk about it Sunday.
Yeah. Hold on, real quick. Pay attention to what I put into Discord.
No, that doesn't fly.
Darn. Been a perfect time to call it a menage a trois, if he was here. Perfect time. Purple Hippo.
Purple hippo. Who's got your purple hippo?
You did not speak to Rob. Thanks. I see it. He's going to be so confused. Yes, you did. All right. So my purple hippo is going to go to, I'm just going to give it to Neo when he talked to the architect. He was very stoic, but then you saw his reactions back there in the back.
Right. Yeah, like his subconscious reactions. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So do you think Do you think Neo is the same Neo every cycle?
No, I think it's a different person every cycle.
Okay. All right.
There's something special, quote unquote, about this Neo, but yeah.
Yes. Do you think he goes by Neo every time?
Yeah, I actually do.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because it's an anagram of one?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It seems about, it seems about right. Seems about the right writing style for this series, yeah. So my Purple Hippo is also going to go to Neo for talking with the architect and finding out that, everything that he's done, all of the prophecies are all bullshit. All right, so next week we're going to talk about the human city of Zion, where it defends itself against the massive invasion of the machines as Neo fights to end the war at another front while also opposing the rogue Agent Smith. It is 2013's The Matrix Revolutions.
Ooh.
Yes. So, not looking forward to this one. It's it's definitely the weakest of the three. It doesn't come to a very satisfying conclusion. I remember the first time, because a bunch of friends and I went and saw all three of these together. And I remember the first time that, we came out of 3, we were kind of on the fence after 2. I mean, it wasn't just a horrible movie, but it definitely wasn't nearly as good as the first one. And so we were hesitant to go to 3, but we went to 3 and came out of there just absolutely fucking disappointed. I mean, it's definitely got the Godfather syndrome, although the Godfather 2 was really good. So maybe that's not a great analogy, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to this one.
All right.
That's all the thoughts you've got on the third one is all right.
I haven't watched it in a while, so I don't really remember how I felt.
Fair enough. Well,
I do remember that I thought that the CGIs sucked in this one.
Well, it's the same CGI as the second one, so
right. I mean, yeah, but that's all I remember is that the CGI was I was not impressed.
Yeah.
The whole final battle with Smith kind of sucked.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all for this week. Our intro and outro music is Welcome Home by Cambo. Podcrawled music is Snack Fix My Machete. If you like the show, please rate and review us on iTunes. You can leave us feedback on our Discord channel at smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Discord, on Twitter at @status_podcast, or you can email us at smokinganddrinkinginspace@outlook.com. If you'd like to throw a few nickels our way, you can become a Patreon supporter by going to smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Patreon. And make sure to visit Creative Brain Candy for more great shows and other creative works at creativebraincandy.com. For this week, I'm Jason.
I still know Kung Fu. No, I don't. Menage a trois.
You're an idiot. We'll talk to you next week.